I wanted to come on this trip to slow down, to have time to think for myself and to reflect on work, on my family, on myself, and hopefully to come back a better person.
Having been to Israel before, I'm really excited to explore and see and feel that connection.
Being in Israel for me is about coming home.
You look around a room like this, and I gotta tell you, the first thing that hits me every single time is just how different we are. There are a lot of Israel trips. This isn't one of them. This is a me and you trip. And it's happening in the backdrop of the greatest country in the world, a country that stands for awesome. Look a little bit closer and go one step deeper. Did you realize that as different as we all look and talk and act, we're all exactly the same? All of us. And the reason we're the same is because we want the same thing.
Then we started hearing from our partnering organizations, we're having trouble engaging the husbands. And then we started hearing from the husbands. One guy from Atlanta wrote to me, "Dear Lori, on behalf of all the JWRP husbands of Atlanta who don't have the guts to contact you, I'm here to tell you we're behind our wives. We don't understand. Please do something for us." That was it.
Being here right now makes me feel part of a tradition, part of a long chain of people, just like we heard just now. With my father serving in the IDF, myself serving in the IDF, looking at these young soldiers now and being part of a much broader Jewish community and tradition. So it's very exciting, and I'm proud of being here.
Arguably the holiest city in the world, but for Jerusalem. Because a few hundred years ago, the people that really brought the Kabbalah into this world lived here.
Wash away the past, to become renewed, to leave something behind. And I know that it's an opportunity that I've been looking for. I realize that I need to be a lot more present in my life, a lot more present in my relationship with my wife, a lot more present in my relationship with my kids.
The mikveh is very strange thing for me. It's a different world, an intimate space. I feel like a new child inside.
For those who are experiencing this for the first time, you will never get a first time to see the wall. This is a big moment. This is a walk that your grandparents and my grandparents would have died for.
I felt it. It was a religious experience, like something I've never had before in my life. I would never have believed that touching a wall would have done something like that. So then I came back out here and I wrote it down because I didn't understand that you take these things and you put them into the wall. This has just been a wonderful experience.
Until I was here the first time, I didn't feel the Jew in me. And this time it hit it.
It's been very special, all the feelings that you get from the city. It's surreal.
As I came up to the wall, the closer I got more chills. And the moment I put my hand, I felt like alive. And then the tears started coming down. I couldn't even think. And I just started talking to God, and I let out my emotions, and then I walked away. But when I walked away, I was like, I have so much more to say. So I went back, put my hand again, and I just let it all out.
Say this has been a trip of a lifetime. When can you possibly go to a mikvah on one day, go to the hotel another, and then climb Masada, and then have your bar mitzvah here on top of Masada? It's been an incredible experience. So it's meant a lot to me.
Craziest feeling of belonging, just climbing up the mountain, looking at the water, looking at the mountains. It is just something in here. So for me, I don't know what I expected coming in here, but I know as I stand here on Masada and this whole trip, it's connections with a community and a people and what it is to be Jewish.
Over where we would turn, I'd get another view where, you know, from the ocean to the mountains, and it made me realize, like, it's like we all go through life and we question, you know, is there really a God? There's such beauty here that it made me feel like this it would be impossible for there not to be.
I converted at 32. I never got to do a bar mitzvah, and it's fantastic to be able to do this here.
Getting my Hebrew name today, especially with all of my fellow brothers that were here with me, was such a special moment in the land of Israel.
Things that maybe were important when I was younger became incredibly more important today.